Just in case you didn't know, it's a new Zoom feature and it
It is.
loudly.
And I know you're recording, but I'm just going to add that it asks me for consent. And I love that.
Yes, I do really appreciate that too. I just think it's funny because the voice is so techy. It's like, this meeting is being recorded. Okay, we're actually going to start. We're going to start on our back. So I just had an inspiration to stay close to the earth today. And so I don't think we're actually going to stand up at all, but we're going to move through on our backs and then end up in seated. So find yourself to supine on your back, feet rested on the earth. As you settle in, the feet are rested in the earth, they're hip width distance apart. Feet are rested. And then you can lean the knees in on each other for that constructive rest pose. So you might need to take the feet a little bit wider. And then walk the shoulder blades down the back a little bit. Open up the palms to the sky. And start to become aware of your breath and your body. Being mindful of the breath as it travels in and fills the torso. Noticing as you release the breath, how your body releases into the support beneath you. Take a few breaths here to see, feel, imagine the breath traveling in and out. Notice in your body where you're touching the earth. A lot of your body is on the earth. See if you can allow the body to relax a little bit more deeply into the support beneath you. And continue to breathe deeply. If you haven't already, gently close your eyes. Just taking a moment to honor the energies that we're in right now. We just moved through a full moon, full super moon, beautiful, a lunar eclipse, all of which happened yesterday. Coming up on a Mercury retrograde. And honoring the adventurous energy of that Sagittarius full moon. We have to take adventures. We have to go out into the world in order to know where we belong, where feels like home. So as you're breathing, come home to yourself, come home to that divine peace of creator that resides within. Maybe imagine that as a glowing orb in your center, or however that manifests in your vision. Breathe into that sacred space inside of you. And sense that stillness, much like the stillness of a tree. A tree is rooted in the ground, receiving the nourishment from above and below, receiving the weathering of the changing seasons, but remaining steady and solid and grounded. See if you can breathe in that energy of tree, allowing it to permeate through your system, allowing it to strengthen and fortify your center. So as you move through the energies, you can do so with a sense of peace and ease. Three clearing breaths now, in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Give yourself a gentle little back massage. And then sending the legs up towards the sky, legs up the wall, hands are rested on the earth. You can roll the ankles around a little bit. Letting the legs be relaxed but upright. And 3 cleansing breaths again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep going. Notice if your shoulders walked up on you. See if you can relax them a little bit. One last breath. Beautiful. Bring the feet down to the earth. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Arms extend outwards into a T. Windshield wipers, dropping the knees to the right as you exhale. Inhaling up to center. Exhaling, dropping the knees to the other side. Oh yeah, this feels really good right away in the morning. So allow your breath to move the legs as you inhale, bring the legs up to center. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the side. Keep a little contact with the sides of the feet into the mat as you go side to side. Letting the rotation come from the waist down, keeping the upper body fully relaxed. Beautiful. Big breaths. Awesome. Come back up to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And then let your legs be bent but up, if that makes sense. So 90-degree angle in the legs. The shins are kind of parallel to the earth. And then reach the arms up towards the sky. So we're going to do reverse bird dog. And so this takes a little bit of brain coordination. So the arms are straight up towards the sky. The knees are at that 90-degree angle bent. Extend the left leg long, and then extend the right arm up overhead so it's parallel to the earth in line with the tricep. Drawing the leg back bent and the arms straight up overhead again, switching sides. Lengthen the right leg long so it comes parallel to the mat. As you lower that straight left arm parallel with the floor, in line with the tricep, right arm is still reaching up towards the sky. Left leg is still bent. Feeling the activation, drawing the leg and the arm back to center. Couple more times, lengthen the left leg, bring the right arm up, and then draw together. Notice that I'm not resting the leg or the arm that's parallel with the earth on the earth. So extend the right leg long, the left arm long, opposite arm, opposite leg, keeping it hovering so that you're engaging the core and then drawing back to center. One more time on each side. Keep breathing. Lengthen the left leg, right arm reaches up overhead. Drawing back to center. Left arm reaches up overhead, right leg goes long. That right arm is still reaching up towards the sky. Woo! Go ahead and bring the feet down to the earth. Bring the arms down to the sides, moving on to bridge. Walk the feet back towards the hips. Feet are hip width distance apart. Arms are down to the sides, walking the shoulder blades down and underneath you a little bit. And then pushing up through the hips to create that bridge. Arms are long underneath. Interlock the fingers underneath the bum. Lengthen the arms and push. Engage through the quads and the glutes and the core. Don't let the knees fall open. If the knees are falling open, maybe imagining squeezing a block in between the legs. Also, squeezing the glutes helps to keep those legs in line. And exhale, go ahead and release. Hug the knees into the chest. And go ahead and release the feet down to the earth again. One more bridge. Set yourself up. And then push through those feet to lift the hips up. Interlock the fingers underneath. Breathe big as you feel the engagement through the body. Beautiful. On your next exhale, go ahead and release. Again, hug the knees into the chest. Bring the feet down to the earth, reclined pigeon. So the feet are hip width distance apart, a little bit further away from the hips, then bridge. Figure 4, the right ankle to rest on the left thigh, just above where the top of the knee starts. Reach behind the left thigh, interlock the fingers. Relaxing the upper body into the earth, drawing the lower body towards you with that interlock, and then letting the right knee fall open. It's a beautiful deep hip stretch. So let's do some cleansing breaths to help clear the tension out of that pelvic bowl. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring the left foot back down to the earth. Send the arms out long. Now what you're going to do is rotate the lower body over to the left. So keep your figure 4 and then rotate the lower body over, keeping the figure 4 so that the right foot rests on the earth. Using the left hand to keep that right knee in line with the ankle. And then keeping the shoulders rested on the earth. So a gentle twist. You can even look over to that right hand that's elongated. And then bring your head back to center. Bring the left arm out so that you can push down through the left foot to rotate your figure 4 back to center. Beautiful. So bring the right foot down. We'll do that little vinyasa on the other side. So figure 4, your left foot, left ankle to rest on the thigh. Reach behind the right thigh, interlock the fingers, relax the upper body, drawing the lower body towards you as the left knee falls open. 3 cleansing breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Notice any differences that you can observe on this side as opposed to the other side. One more breath. Beautiful. Release the right foot down to the mat. Keep your figure 4. Send the arms out to the sides just like we did before. And then rotate that lower body over so the left foot can come down to the earth, keeping the figure 4, and then taking that right hand to push that knee, bent knee in line with the ankle. Looking over towards the left hand as you take this gentle twist, relaxing through the lower leg. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Go ahead and open up your T again, and then rotate that figure 4 back to center, and then bring both feet down to the mat. And let the arms rest down by the sides and send the legs up long. You do a little 30-30-30. So as you have your legs up, know that each time we inhale and exhale, we're going to drop the legs 30 degrees and then draw them all the way back up. So what I want you to be aware of is the engagement in your core. There's going to be a lot of engagement there. Let it happen. Don't use your neck or your shoulders to move the legs. See if you can keep the upper body relaxed as the core is engaged. Legs are up overhead. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, lower the legs 30 degrees. Feeling the activation in the core. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs another 30 degrees so they're almost parallel with the earth. Feel the shaking in the core. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale the legs all the way back up. Beautiful. Keeping the legs up overhead now. We're going to just take and kick the legs back and forth in scissors. So front to back, toes pointed. And as you're doing this, see if you can lower the kick just a little bit to engage the core. Oof. One more inhale and exhale. Coming back to center, hug the knees into the chest. Ooh. The knees hugged into the chest. Hold on to the left knee. Send the right leg long. It doesn't have to be all the way long. Just at least have your heel rested in the earth. Keep a hold of the left knee with the right hand and send the left arm out long. And then start to take the left leg over to the right side, rotating onto that right hip. You can adjust the hip if you need to. Now you can keep the top knee bent or you can send it out long, whatever feels appropriate for you. Sending it out long feels really good today. And then looking at the opposite hand. So if your left leg is long, you'll look at your left hand, excuse me. So left leg is long, crossed over the body, looking over at the left hand. If your leg is long, start to bring it bent again so that you can rotate back to center. Plant the left foot so you can rotate and adjust back into that supine position and then draw the knees into the chest again. So as we're doing these supine twists, you do rotate a little bit onto the hip. And as you rotate back into center, you just kind of want to rotate back into that aligned position. So hold on to the right leg, send the left leg long this time. Right arm goes out to the side. Left hand starts to take that right knee over to the left side, rotating onto the hip. And I'm noticing this side, my knee wants to stay bent because that feels good. So however you want to do it, if you want your knee bent, keep the knee bent or send it long. Looking over at the right shoulder, keeping both shoulders into the mat. And then gently rotating back to center, planting the right foot so that you can rotate those hips square again and drawing the knees into the chest. One last time. As you take your next inhale, send your body long, full body stretch here. Ooh, yeah. Oh, hey, hello. Oh man, that felt really good. I hope that felt as good for you as it did for me. Roll onto your right side. Hang out in this fetal position for just a minute. Pausing to breathe. Pausing to allow a little bit of vagus nerve stimulation. And then kind of rolling over onto your belly, coming up on the forearms and bringing yourself into a child's pose. So really gently rotating all the way over to your belly, taking a child's pose with the knees wide, the big toes touching, hips sinking into the heels, hands walking forward, forehead relaxing into the earth, finding your pose of surrender. And this morning while we're here, surrender into the day, surrender into the flow of the day. Maybe asking, how would you have me serve today? What would you have me do? Sending that energy out, surrendering to be led and guided by whatever you identify as divine source. few more inhales and exhales, allowing yourself to relax and release in the support of the earth. Allow yourself to relax and release into your center. Walking the hands back up nice and gently into a tabletop position. I don't know how I got turned around. This feels weird. You got turned around too. Okay. All right. All right. So come into tabletop. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Tops of the feet are planted in the mat. Let's take some cat cows. Inhaling, dropping the belly, drawing the navel towards the floor as you draw the crown of the head towards each other. Chin facing up. And then take your cow, arching the back, pushing through the arms and the legs, drawing the chin towards the chest and the navel towards the spine. Inhaling for your cow, exhaling for your cat. Finding your rhythm here. Few more. It's feeling quite nourishing today. Receiving that nourishment in my spine. And coming into your neutral tabletop. So you remember those supine bird dogs we did? We're going to do bird dogs on our hands and knees. So extend the right leg long. And this time I want you to check and make sure that you're centered into the mat. A lot of times you tend to lean to the left once that right leg goes up. So center back into all of your pillars of foundation, your hands, your legs. Extend that right leg long. Engage the muscles, feeling the squeeze in the glutes and the quads and the calf, and even in the toe. Extend the left arm long now, or opposite arm if you have the other leg out. And your spine is straight, so your gaze should be somewhere in the center of your mat, right underneath your head. And then bring everything back down into tabletop position. Go ahead and lean back for a modified child's pose quickly. And then come back into your tabletop position. Extend the left leg long now. Engage through that leg, squeeze, and extend the right arm long. Spine is straight. Energy is shooting out of the fingertips and the toes, sending love and healing to the past and sending joy and peace to the future. Inhale and send it out. Beautiful. Come back in to center. Go ahead and come on up to the knees. So we'll be standing on the knees. Spine is straight. We're going to do camel, but we're going to do a half camel because I feel like that's a little bit less intense and it feels good. Inhale the arms up. Make sure the tops of your feet are planted into the mat, or if you find that you're having troubles reaching your heels, you can tuck the toes under. I tend to tuck the toes under because I got short arms. Take your right hand and rotate it backwards and lean back until you can rest that hand on the ankle. Arching the back, engaging the core to protect the lower back. When we take our inhale, exhale, breath cycle, you're going to windmill those arms. So the left arm is going to rotate backwards and the right arm is going to rotate forwards and up towards the sky. So inhale, as you exhale, then rotate the right arm forward, left arm goes back, left fingertips rest on the heel as the right arm reaches up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, switch. Inhale, switch, and exhale. There we go. Inhale, switch, Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Switch. Exhale. Go ahead and bring the right arm down as you engage the core and bring yourself back up to a neutral spine. Untuck the toes, plant the hands, and send yourself into a child's pose again. A little counter pose for our deep back bend. You might feel a little bit of that in that lower back. So go ahead and breathe into that to help release it. Walk the hands out in front of you. Plant your hands, come through to a tabletop, but then send your right foot back, send your left foot back so that you can find a plank. So in your plank, your toes are tucked under, your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. The core is drawing towards the spine, engaged fully, so that you can squeeze the glutes and create this nice, long, straight spine, looking down at that central focus in the mat, feeling the activation starting to happen in the body as you hold this plank and breathe. Go ahead and lower all the way down, keeping the elbows tucked in, lower your body all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes, keep the hands underneath the shoulders and find your up dog. Drawing the chin up towards the sky, glutes are engaged, hips are lifted. Tuck the toes and send your hips up and back into down dog as your legs straighten. Arms are strong and supportive. Check in with your down dog this morning. Feet are hip width distance apart. The heels have an intention, at least, of coming to the earth. Drawing the hips up towards the sky and the navel engages towards the spine. The arms are long and straight. Maybe even the elbows are turned in towards each other just a little bit for support. Fingertips are spread wide. Big inhales and exhales. Feeling the heat generating in your body. Lean some weight into your right hand and take your left fingertips and see if you can touch your right toes. Taking the left hand and resting it, and then taking the right hand to reach the left toes. Bringing the hands back to down dog and then coming to a tabletop. And then coming into an easy seated pose. Coming into easy seated pose, crossing the legs, rooting down into the seat. Let the hands rest on the knees. Let yourself suss around a moment until you can find that point of stillness. And let's stack into the posture of present moment awareness. Bring attention into your feet and your seat. Notice both of the seat bones rooted equally in the earth. As you do so, bring in that nice, big, full, even breath cycles. Notice the spine. Can you bring the heart in line over the hips to straighten up the spine? Roll the shoulders up. Let them relax down the back to open up the heart. Chin's parallel with the earth, and the ears are in the same plane as the shoulders. The crown is open, receiving from the sky, and the roots are growing deep and wide into the earth, receiving the nourishment from below. From this posture, present moment awareness, breathe fully in and out. Wingspan hugs. Go ahead and open up the arms as you inhale. Receive all the love that the universe is sending to you. Relax through the legs. And then the next exhale, go ahead and wrap the arms around you. One arm rests over the other, drawing the chin to the chest. Inhale it open again, and this time taking the opposite arm over the top as you hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. Inhale, the arms open. Leave the right arm out, let the left arm come down. Inhale, the arm up and over. Bring it back, and then bring it across the front of your body. So anytime you inhale, you're opening the arm up. Anytime you exhale, you're bringing it across the body. Notice what's appropriate for your eye gaze, maybe following the hand. Open up the right arm and then let it rest down to the earth. Open up the left hand now, same thing. Pretend like we are, actually, we don't even have to pretend. We are fluffing that aura, clearing any of the stagnant, stuck energy. Beautiful. Inhale, both the arms up overhead. Interlock the fingers and push those palms up towards the sky. Relax through the legs and then arch to the right. Inhale up and arch over to the left. Relax through the legs. Let that opening through the side body be nourishing and wonderful. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, bring the hands down to the sides. Inhale the shoulders up. Relax them back. Again, inhale the shoulders up and relax them back. One more time. Beautiful. Take a hand on the belly and a hand on the chest. And I know I said that wrong as I was placing it, but hand on the belly, hand on the chest. Feeling your body, feeling the warmth, feeling the breath move in and out. Taking a moment to honor and recognize the masculine and feminine energies that reside within all of us. Honoring those energies by asking the feminine energy within us today, how do you want to feel? Make that decision now. When the feminine feels good, she does good. Decide how you want to feel today. Place that right in your heart center to carry you through. And now asking the masculine energies, what would you do today? Because when the masculine does good, he feels good. So what would you do today to be of service, to be living in your purpose? And if you are not sure, just ask for guidance. So now that we've united the masculine and feminine energies within, setting the intentions for how we want to feel, what we want to do. Take a few breaths here. Imagine each exhale sends roots down deep and wide into the earth. Each inhale draws in more of that divine energy from above down into the crown. Releasing the hands to rest on the knees. Just for today, we will not be angry. Just for today, we will not worry. Just for today, we will do our work honestly. Just for today, we will be kind to every living thing. And just for today, we will be grateful. Inhale those arms up overhead. Palms meet, draw down into heart center. And as you do, pause at the forehead for a reminder of kind and loving thoughts. Bringing the prayer down to the lips as a reminder for kind and loving words. And bringing the hands finally into heart center as a reminder for kind and loving actions towards ourselves and to others. Inhale the arms up overhead again. Fortify that rose quartz bubble this time. Imagining building, fortifying that rose quartz bubble all around you so that nothing less than love is allowed in and nothing less than love is allowed out. And one last time, sending up gratitude for this gift of another day and another breath. Drawing down into heart center. Nice big inhale, exhale, breath cycle here. May we be safe and protected. May we be healthy and nourished. May we love and be loved, and may we truly be happy. May your practice bring you peace, and may you share this peace with the world. Namaste. So amazing sometimes what a short little half an hour practice will do. Still amazes me after 2 years.